Alright, this starts the journey. Here we are, swimming in the lake. Heading out to the island. It's kind of murky out there. A lot of algae, stuff like that. So it might not be great filming. I realized that on the way out there, but you know what? Whatever. I had the worms. I was ready to rock. And so here I go. So I'm just looking around here. There's the cove over there, or around that little corner that I've got to go to. I thought that was the best place to find some fish and feed them because they're relatively undisturbed there. Not a lot of people come out here besides fishermen. I haven't really seen anybody else snorkeling out here. I enjoy it though, so I just keep doing it and just kind of capturing it on the GoPro here in Maine. I'm very new to using a action camera, and I don't heavily edit my videos afterwards, so that could be annoying to some people if they're looking for high quality production, but I'm just capturing things. I don't see a lot of videos online of people swimming in Maine in terms of snorkeling and capturing the lakes and the geography and topography of the bottom of these things. So I just find it interesting to maybe document that. And it's beautiful, like, under a freshwater arena here. You got all this plant life, got all these beautiful, massive rocks everywhere. This water's probably around 10, 12 feet deep. This lake actually gets up to about 50 feet, so it's not a big lake, not a very deep lake, really. But it's a nice lake. No predators for humans, at least, so it's pretty safe. I'm from Texas, so I'm used to being scared or concerned about all the critters there. So, of course, swimming around here, just kind of showing the bottom of the lake. It's getting somewhat shallower and just showing off these crazy beautiful rocks, how long they've taken to form. I mean, it's insane. And they're just sitting at the bottom of the lake. There's a lot of rock in this area in general. These islands around here, the one to my right. Still making my way over to the cove here to swim around and in to find some of the fish to feed. And here we go. More swimming. So this right here, I'm about to dive down, is that's a fish nest. That's what they actually nest in. So they'll drop their eggs in there, they clear a little spot there, and they're very protective of that area. There's a lot of them. So I'm at the cove now, and gonna go ahead and swim over. I still gotta go and get the worms from my son. He had come over in a kayak and held on to the worms, and I wish I would have had him holding onto the worms for me as I was filming, because you'll see the challenge in a second whenever I start to try to feed the fish. And I didn't have anywhere to put the worms. As a matter of fact, I had to put them on the top of my head and balance them on the top of my head when I was doing things with my hands. So we'll get to that in a little bit, but for now there's another fish nest and some more cool rocks and things of that nature. But we'll get over to the fish feeding now. Give me them worms, boy. He's a good boy. All right, now go feed them fishies. So the visibility was not great. Tons of these little algae puffs everywhere. You can see that one right there. They just kept splitting apart, breaking apart. But you can see the fish there, top right, just kind of hanging out. There's a lot of them. There's probably about 30 of them. So I was like, you know what, whatever. I'm going to try to feed them right here. Turned into a disaster. Water got into the worms. Next time I will have someone hold the worms for me. I didn't have anywhere to put them. So I was really challenging on my left hand, holding the worms above the water, and with my right hand, and I was trying to film. It was disastrous, but you see some starting to kind of attack the worms, or eat them, I should say. And I'm just trying to stay afloat like that. It was so bad. I've got to get some help. It's full of water, so at some point I said, forget it. I'm just gonna throw them on there and see if that makes a difference in terms of getting more. But then here comes these algae things. I start busting them up. It's just complete drama for me and the worms at that point. You know, at least I'm feeding nature. Just everything's going everywhere, and it's a disaster. It's like a so well, just got to throw this away because I can't litter. So let's see what I can get on film here, and I'm just such bad visibility after I broke all that stuff up. And then so what I attempted to do is get some of the worms, or catch some worms that were still floating, and try to feed them to the fish and see if they would come get them. And you know, they didn't want to do that very much. They were curious. So, but yeah, that's how it actually turned out. And next time I will be more prepared, and I will think about storage of the worms. Maybe I'll just put them in like a pouch and wear them or something like that. And oh, he got it. That was a success. But what I expected was, whenever I kind of went into the middle of those fish, those little schools that they have of them out there, I would kind of just throw the worms, and because they'll come around and nibble my finger all the time, so they're not shy of me. But I just need more visibility to sit there and chill and wait for a second. But I just kind of gave up because I couldn't see anything at all. So this camera actually saw better than I did with my goggles because I was fogged up too. So better luck next time. I'm still posting this because it is what it is. It's still nature, and it is nature. So hopefully you enjoy.